Hey everybody, welcome to Two Dudes at a Bar, our very first episode of the new golf podcast. I'm alongside Josh Kaczynski. My name is Scott Thrailkill. Josh, how you doing today?
Can't complain, another day of the week, but like you said, first episode of something, we've always wanted to do, and now we actually decided to pull the trigger and go forward with it.
Right, I'm excited, and one thing I think we should probably clear up is the name Two Dudes at a Bar, just because it's two dudes at a bar on a podcast. We do every show at a bar.
Correct.
Every idea we've had is where?
At a bar.
Every ounce of money we've put into this was spent at
a bar.
Awesome. I love it. Oh, man. So, mine sound like a couple alcoholics talking golf. I guess we should probably get right into it. What do you think?
I think so.
All right. So, coming up this past weekend, we had, good news for Japan. Japan just hosted their first actually sanctioned PGA Tour event, the ZoZo Championship.
Correct.
Now, a lot happened in Japan. So it's kind of one of those things where to start. I think maybe we should take a look at who won.
Oh, who? The big cat?
Right.
Tiger Woods pulling off number 82. What more else is there to say to that?
Pulling off 82 is a great feat. The one conversation that comes along with it is greatest of all time, the GOAT.
Mm-hmm. You got Michael Jordan, greatest of all time in basketball, football up for debate and everything. Tiger Woods, I think, is the hands down greatest of all time golfer.
I guess it's how you look at it. Me personally, I agree with you. I know a lot of people won't agree with us. They're going to go with Jack Nicklaus, who I have the utmost respect for. He's a great designer. He did change the game, and he won 18 majors, but Tiger's at 15.
15.
He revolutionized the game and more than just bringing attention to it. The boost in junior golf that came with it.
And it's the different type of golf that he brought to it. It's the athletes that he's bringing to it. You look at Brooks Koepka. You look at Dustin Johnson. You look at Tony Finau. These guys are in the gym and they're built almost like linebackers, football players.
Phil Mickelson did not have those calf muscles. He did not have the calf muscles.
Not only the calves, but the abs now, too. The fasting he did, I get what he was trying to do, but he's got abs now. And that's because he's trying to keep up with.
Listen, Tiger was running, almost 4 miles every morning, and that was tournament day. It didn't matter before the injuries. You didn't see, Furyk's probably bad examples. I think Phil is probably the best example. Someone who realized, I can't continue to be this natural guy, just eat what I want, limited exercise, be flexible, but still strong.
Phil was Tiger's biggest rival. Phil would have been number one and have how many more wins if it wasn't because of Tiger.
Right. I agree on that, and I know it's up for debate, but I'm going to stick with Tiger. I think he's by far the greatest of all time.
It's just in the matter of how he did it. Now, don't get me wrong. There was that time period where did we ever think Tiger was going to come back? He went through that stretch of how many surgeries and didn't win. If it wasn't for 2013, would Tiger be where he is right now? Tiger in 2013 won just about everything under the sun again that year. Yeah, but he'd have been on a hiatus of wins.
Okay, but then 14, 15, 16, 17, right?
Right.
What happens if Tiger's not hurt? Jack didn't have a long stand like that. Didn't have to, I'm not going to say come back from anything because I'm sure he did. Mm-hmm. It just wasn't as well publicized. But, you're talking that much out of the game and then yet being able to come back and still add to your totals. Because I do foresee a lot more coming up with Tiger.
Well, you got to look at this 82nd win, right? It happened in Japan, happened against a limited field. Did he play well? Yes. Did he play against all of the top competition that's been around? No. I mean, you got players like Jordan Spieth, not the same. Ricky Fowler wasn't in the field. Brooks Koepka, hurt. Dustin Johnson, not there.
It was a two-man race.
It was. And I was pulling for Hideki being over there and trying to win in front of his home crowd. My hat's off to Tiger for what he did and how he did it and the manner he did it and, what he's gone through. Everyone, I guess, goes with the debate is, being the most amount of wins correct? Or, is it going to come down to the majors?
So another interesting thing about the ZoZo Championship, because we only got a couple minutes on this topic left, is the typhoon that happened. I mean, I feel bad. Over 10 inches of rain.
They had a river on the course that was not supposed to be there.
You had to play golf with no spectators.
I know, what did Tiger say? He made a birdie, looked up, and no applauses? That's not like him. He's got the biggest crowds, and he had no one applauding him.
Well, I think there's a camera guy probably sitting up somewhere around the side. Oh, man. But, it's interesting though, but they've done it once before. It was back in, I want to say 2016, but I don't remember it. But they had to take a par 4, turn it into, they left it a par 4, but they had to make it 140 yards. The 10th tee, 140 yards, par 4. Why can that not happen to me?
You make it on the green, 140 yards, you're up there, and it's an eagle putt.
I know, right? Go home, tell the wife, hey, honey, I drove the green. Can you believe that? I only had a 6-footer for eagle.
I've seen you play, and I know that's not happening anytime soon. So, yeah, you would take you 140-yard par 4 for you to say you drove the green.
Dude, I'm freaking going home, and I'm going home, and I'm going to pound that out. I'm going to go to the bar, have my drinks, tell everybody, damn, you believe that shot? Holy shit! I just knocked it stiff with the driver.
It was actually a pitching wedge, and it normally plays 400 yards.
Pitching wedge downwind.
But when they set it up, I'm assuming they were thinking, the best players in the world are gonna eat it up, and so many eagles are gonna be walked away with. With the amount of players they had. 16 eagles were made and 52 birdies. Is that kind of the stat you were thinking from the best players in the world from 140 yards?
To be honest, I'm disappointed. I'm so disappointed. I really thought there was more eagles. Now, I have to admit, we look at the flag, the pin location.
Yeah.
They
had to do something.
They had to protect themselves.
Had to do something.
They made it the toughest possible pin I think that green could probably have.
Yeah.
Just because, yes, you're right. It's a par 4 that has to stay a par 4 because you can't change the course. All you can do is change the yardage.
Right.
And you got to protect the golf course in some way, shape, or form.
And they did it, like you said, with the pin placements and having the best players in the world, like I said, probably hitting a pitching wedge at most. You're expecting more than 16 people to, in theory, on a par 3, make birdie.
Yeah, absolutely. But nonetheless, great to watch. Congratulations to Tiger. Congratulations to Hideki, coming in second. He did play his heart out. I do think if he was able to be in the last group, not say it could have been a different story, but there is some push that comes along with being in the last group, knowing what you're up against.
Right, and you get to put the pressure on the guy that you're actually chasing down.
If he starts off 2 birdies in a row, Tiger pars the first 2, where does Tiger's mental game go? Yeah. Now he doesn't have that.
Yeah, strategies do change.
Yeah. So moving on, actually tonight, here on October 30th, 2019, we've got the WGC HSBC coming up from Shanghai. What are your thoughts?
Well, you got 34 of the top 50 players in the world. Obviously, it's another limited field event. Rory playing with the defending champ, Xander Schauffele, and Justin Rose is probably the marquee grouping. Mickelson and the rest of the field. It's going to be a battle. Every year that they go there, I feel like the person that you not least expect to win kind of comes away, but it's someone that's on the verge of kind of starting their but picking up that career win that they're looking for.
Yeah, I think it's a great opportunity for that. Now, I believe you mentioned 34 of the top 50 are making their appearance. Here at the World Golf Championship, HSBC from Shanghai. You do have Rory, Xander, Rose all in one group. I think it was 10:50.
Yeah.
And by the way, 10:50 p.m. tonight.
Yes, not 10:50 their time because they're 13 hours ahead, I believe.
Oh no, I've never been to Shanghai, so I haven't looked it up that much. But you do have a big field. You do have Mickelson's going to be there. Fleetwood was in the field. Which Fleetwood, I hope things get turned around. I really like him, but I feel like so many times he plays so great, and then it just something happens to derail his. Like in the majors, he's won some really good tournaments, but I just feel like something always derails him.
Yeah, and he had the Ryder Cup, but
when his ship sinks, it sinks big.
Yeah, it has. You felt like he was always creeping at that top of the leaderboard, and now it's far and few between where you hear his name chasing down the leaders and everything like that. Again, this is a tournament that sets up perfect for one of those wins that I was talking about earlier, where it's going to kind of either kickstart the year or kickstart the career for someone. I think Tommy Fleetwood could be someone to watch going into the weekend. I
think so. I know Shane Lowry's in the field, but I don't count on Shane until it's a major.
Mm-hmm.
I have not heard his name unless it is a major, and kudos to him. He's the Irish Brooks Koepka.
Not built like him, but has the game.
I'm pretty sure in Ireland their version of fitness is a lot different than ours. One has to do with a pint, the other one has to do with actually beach body type styles.
So you and I would fit in perfectly in Ireland.
Perfect over there. There's no joke about it. No joke about it.
Again, what did we say? Shows two dudes at a bar. We definitely enjoy our bars and beer.
Yes, we do. I think it's really time. The Shanghai being the first episode, we need to get some kind of stats going, right, for us. Someone's got to be better than the other. People will make fun of us. I get it. I'm pretty easy like that. Stupid.
I wouldn't say stupid. Stupid decisions, yes, but I wouldn't classify you as stupid.
Good. Well, you haven't talked to my wife enough yet.
That's true. I have not.
But we got to make some picks. We got to have a winner loser. Eventually, we'll come up with some kind of bet as to what as the season goes on.
Okay, I like it.
I think that's fair.
I like it.
Right. It just brought up Stu Gotts and Mike Golick rubbing his glutes.
I don't think I want you touching me anywhere or anything, so I don't think that's going to be included.
No, God, no. I have a little bit more dignity than that. Not much, but just a hair.
So for this weekend, I guess if I had to pick a winner, Xander Schauffele did walk away with it last year. I think I got to go with the guy that came in second. I think I'm going to take Tony Finau.
Finau?
I think so. I like him. He's like I said, he's looking for that big win. And I think this is where he gets it kick-started.
Okay. Well, he does. He really deserves one. But, my choice is, do we go Rory coming out, who's been hot, played a lot of tournaments really well recently, or do we I think I'm going to go with Hideki. Yes, neighboring country, but he played great last week. Unfortunately, Tiger just played a little bit better. With Tiger not in the field, I think Hideki steps up and will win this championship.
I'm a fan of Hideki. I think, again, same player that's kind of been on the downslope here. He needs something to, and I think, like you said last week, really get him up over that slope. And, I like my pick, you like yours, so we'll see what happens.
See who the big winner is. So that does it for this episode of Two Dudes at a Bar Golf Podcast. We want to make a special mention to our sponsors, Hickory Shaft Bistro in Calabash, North Carolina, located inside the beautiful Brunswick Plantation Resort. Golf packages, weddings, events, family reunions, Christmas parties, you name it. Go check it out. So thank you all for joining us today. This is Two Dudes at a Bar.